Okay guys, let's start talking about what is task-based learning. Task-based learning is a lesson structured method of sequences activities in your lesson. Task-based learning teaching or task-based learning is a good way to get your students engaged in the using of English in general. TBL is based on execution of tasks applied into real life to perform tasks that resemble authentic real-life situations whose are focusing on practicing and analyzing and performing and memorizing in general the regular verbs, memorizing those aspects of the real-life situation activities and practicing the good English in general.
There are three types of tasks. They are information, reasoning, and opinion gap activity. Information gap activity involves a transfer of given information from one person to another, from one place to another, or from one form to another, generally calling for the decoding or encoding of information from or into language. Reasoning gap activity involves deriving some new information from given information through a process of inference, deduction, practical reasoning, or a perception of relationship or parents. And finally, opinion gap activity involves identifying and articulating a personal preference, feeling, or attitude in response to a given situation.
Hello everybody, today I'm going to explain about task-based language learning in practice. The core of the lesson or project is, as the name suggests, the task. Teachers and curriculum developers should bear in mind that any attention to effort, example, grammar or vocabulary, increase the likelihood that learners may be distracted from the task itself and become worried or preoccupied with detecting and correcting errors, or looking at language in dictionaries and grammar reference. Also, there may be several effective frameworks for creating a task-based learning lesson. Here's a basic outline. It is based or organized in 3 points or steps: the pre-task, task, and review. That is so important in this case. The first point is pre-task. The teacher introduces the topic and gives the students clear instructions on what they will have to do at the task stage, and might help the students to recall some language that may be useful for the task. The pre-task stage can also often include playing a recording of people doing the task. This gives the student a clear model of what will be expected of them. That is a point very important in the pre-task. The students can take notes and spend time preparing for the task. Okay, the other point or step is task. During the task phase, the students perform the task typically in small groups. Also, this depends on the type of activity, unless the teacher plays a particular role in the task. What does it mean? The teacher's role is typically limited to one of an observer or counselor or helper.